Hey Aspen Eagles, Miss Lee Martinez here, and this is it. This is our last week before summer vacation. So this is going to be our last art lesson. And what we're going to do this time is you're going to reflect on your distance learning experience, so everything that you did school-wise at home, and your quarantine experience, and you're going to put that into a piece of art. So it might be a little confusing, but I'm going to show you some examples that I found online here. Take a look. What does distance learning and quarantine look like to you? Through artwork. Here are some pieces that I found online created by other artists during this time. Remember, these ideas are not for you to copy, but to give you some inspiration. What did it mean for you to be at home while we were still in school? Some of you might have been at home while your family was working from home. Some of you might have even had a birthday while you were home. What did these things look like to you? You can show me through a drawing, painting, any medium that you guys want to, even a photograph, which is what I'm going to do. So, those were just some things that I found online that I thought would help and inspire you to come up with your ideas. Remember, you're not taking those ideas, you're making your own ideas, okay? So think about your time and your experience and create artwork from there. Now, last week we did photography, and I love photography, so I wanted to incorporate that again this week. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how I used photography to create my first work of art. Now, I spent a lot of my time during distance learning using these really cool markers that I bought online, and I bought them specifically for this time, for distance learning, so that I could create different pieces of art that I've never done before. So I'm going to use those in my photograph, and I'm also using books because I spent a lot of my downtime reading, okay? So you're going to see some books and you're going to see the markers in this photograph here. All right, here I am setting up my composition, and I'm really going to mess with light in this one. So I'm going to use my phone light to create really, really bright spots and really dark shadows. When you move around your phone light and you move around the lighting, it is going to change your focus. So that's why you can see it going in and out of focus. I'm gonna take my first picture here. And when you see that yellow square, that's gonna readjust your focus for you. My iPad started dying. So yeah, I'm just trying to change my lighting. I'm not actually moving around here because I found what I liked and that's what I stuck with. I'm just moving around my light this time. All right, so I'll show you the final product and how I edited it. All right, I am looking back at the photos that I took and I am going to choose one. I really like how bright the light is in here, and then you can also see the really dark shadows. So I went into edit, and right now I'm looking through all the different filters. I'm gonna stick with my original filter, and then I'm just gonna go into all the different ways to adjust it on the right side. This is through an iPad. So if you have a different device, you will have different ways to adjust. You just gotta go to edit in your photos. So here I am, different ideas, different contrast, brightness, all those different things. You can really see how it changes the sharpness of the markers in the picture. That's what I'm really trying to look at. And the books I'm not looking at as much as the markers because my focus is really trying to get those markers to look really cool. So yeah, now I'm going to sharpness, and that's going to really create the edges around those markers and the numbers to stand out. Noise reduction, definition. So all the ones that I showed you guys last time, now I'm just messing with some more. So I really like the edges to be a little darker in the vignette, so I did that. Now I'm going back and just readjusting some more, going through all of them just to kind of move it around. I kind of wanted to get, like I said, really play with the darkness and the lightness of this. All right, so you can really see that white from my light. And now I am done. I'm just going in to see if I like another filter over what I did. And again, I stuck with my original. And there's what it looked like before and then after. So I really liked it. All right, have fun. Okay, so that showed you how I set up my composition, how I took the photos and used lighting, and then it also showed you how I edited them. So this was done on my iPad, so use what you can. If you're gonna do photography, use what's available to you, okay? If you are going to do something else, like a drawing, that's what I'm going to show you in this next video. I did 2 totally different drawings, and one is like an experiment that I'm trying to do. So take a look at those here. For my first drawing, I am trying out a new technique. I'm starting with pencil, but my goal is going to be to just use pen or marker. But it's a scribbling technique. You can see I'm using the marker now. And when you color it in, it's not fully colored either. But yeah, my goal is to just get a lot of scribbly designs in there. And it is myself reading a book on the couch, which is what I did a lot during quarantine. And this next drawing is myself sitting on the couch watching Netflix. My book's on the floor, of course. And I feel like Netflix is a big thing, or binge watching was a big thing that a lot of us did since we weren't able to leave the house. So here's my drawing of that, and it's just a drawing with marker. Remember, you can use anything that you want to use, even photography. So here's my first one, the scribbling technique. I added some more scribbles after the fact. And then here is the second one. Have fun. Now that you saw how I did my artwork for this week, it's your turn. And remember, it's whatever you guys want to create, however you want to create it. If there's a certain word that stood out to you during this time, I know that one of the big words that was used during this time was hope. So maybe you want to make that word out of some found objects. You could do that. Maybe you want to do a photograph of your family. Maybe that was really important during this time. That's fine as well. Whatever was important to you during distance learning and quarantine, or whatever stood out to you, that is what you're going to put in your art piece. All right. So I know this week is a lot different. It's a very broad range of things that you guys can do. Just be creative. Maybe Google some ideas if you need to. Okay. Before you get started, after this video, don't forget to check out the read aloud. This week's read aloud is called What Do You Do with a Problem? And it's by Kobi Yamada. And it's a really good book, especially during this time, okay? So check that out and then create your stuff. I can't wait to see it. You guys have fun. Have a great summer. Check back on my website whenever you can. I might be doing some little things on there throughout the summer for you guys. Okay, have a good one. Bye.